Okie dokie. Let's make sure everything is all set up. Hello, everyone. We are back with the letter. Last time we finished off with we had a little moment with Hannah and Zach. Luke got drunk. Sounds like a normal. Again, the warnings will be at the bottom. Again, same warnings. Racial slurs, triggers, death, blood. Very sensitive topics that might trigger you. So if you are not comfortable with that, please, you are free to leave. But anyway, we are going to continue. We are about to go to the party. Last time we checked. Okay. So, relationships, we are doing pretty good. Everyone likes us. We haven't gone down anyone. Our funeral. So we are here. So, from what we know, Rose dies here, and Isabella disappears. We haven't heard of her since. She hasn't even shown up once. So, we are going to continue and see what happens. The scene outside the parlour is a great, organised mess. Aside from our own household help, we hired the service of the temp industry, which provides staff for Wright's enterprise in the hospitality sector. Even our very skilled staff cannot understand a party of this size of their own. By the way, if I'm too loud or too quiet, or the music too loud or quiet, let me know. I'll fix that. Thank you. Waiter, busboys, hostess, and their staff captains move about in doves, carrying crockery and silverware, good for several dozen people and then some. Chef and bartender tail after Jonathan, looking like scared little children as he escorts them through the kitchen into the wine cellar to pursue the stock to select what we've been served at the party and what can be used for cooking.
Schnell! We have a lot to do, and I believe we did not hire snails. Snails are for the dishes.
A string quarter readings up to play for the evening, turning their instruments as they fill the air with idle chatter. Floral decor worth thousands, filled vases, wreaths and baskets, while petals are scattered among the driveway up front. Ooh! That's some nice cake. A nice sculpture of a reindeer is brought in carefully by a pair. It is followed by a simple cake, just 5 tier with white coffin, one with white chocolate mousse, fresh berries, and a light dusting of edible gold leaf. I would eat that in one go. But despite the fact that I told Marianne how I will attend to all of this, I find myself unable to focus on any care for any of it. I still have our discussion running in my mind, and I'm looking at all of this. I only see Luke. I only see Luke everywhere. Those are all the grand thing that Luke wanted to have for this party. I had wanted a small, elegant, and simple gathering, with only a selected few invited, namely the people who I would actually trust to enter my house. I do not want any bloody politicians and paparazzi in here, no matter how used I am to catering them.
At least be here for your party. Damn it, Luke.
I hate Luke. The entire thing screamed, Luke writes, and I can't help but add another question to my growing list of queries. When did I lose myself? It's always about him nowadays, isn't it? What about Hannah Wright? What about Hannah Evans? I used to be my own woman, who made her own name, her own career, and her own decisions. Sure, I was already the social butterfly that I am today, but I wasn't all empty, shallow, gossip, and sitting pretty. I was also lauded for my knowledge and talent. France's manager wasn't just handed to me just because my father owned the company. I had insisted that I start at the bottom so I could work my way to the top and prove myself. And I did. I worked numbers, managed budgets, money and accounts, analysing the competition and market trends. There was a calculation of financial risk, cost reduction, opportunity. Oh my god, why does he have to say so many big words? And public relation, supervised and staff, and, well, I generally had a huge flum of responsibility. Admittedly, I was already quite the attention seeker even back then, having decorated most of my youth crawling for my parents' approval. Failing that, I turned to others, looked for praise from anyone who would give it, however fleeting it all was. And Luke, oh Luke, the way he looked at me, the way he watched me and took a general interest. He had me disgustedly obsessed since day one, hasn't he? Why could I not say that word? Goddamn. He saw me for me, Hannah Evans, with both my faults and my achievements. The man didn't treat me like some general in distress and some prize to be won. I remember the nights. Remember we were married, where we talked about everything and anything, from big things like business, sociality, and polos, to little things such as what we had for breakfast or whether we liked cats or dogs more. We both prefer dogs. Nowadays, I'm just like Luke's wife. It's mostly my fault, isn't it? They told me that husbands prefer wives who are decor and subordinated. A woman who'll always be there for him, yet would never outshine him in all his aspects, except beauty. A wife needs to be at home and attend to his needs, to have children, and to take care of them in his absence. They said I have no business working anymore after I was married. I can blame society, but I listened. But I can never fall further into introspective pit of my self-loathing. Someone calls for my attention.
The guests have arrived, madam.
And Luke?
Running a bit late, I'm afraid.
Oh my god.
Late for his own party. That man, I swear. He's probably looking to make a dramatic entrance, knowing him. Open the doors, then. We mustn't tarry.
Cars line up the driveway, preparing the front of the mansion with vehicle of every kind. Grand Taurus, supercar, even the odd high-end muscle car or two. Convertible, grand saloons, and other luxury cars can be seen being parked by volants. A handful of cabs drive off, possibly for those who thought it's too troublesome to bring their own cars. There are at least 2 different media vans as well. They are all here for what may be considered the biggest event of the year for Luxbunt so far. Who knows what we'll plan for the winter holidays?
Welcome everyone. Please make yourselves at home.
For some of the guests idle, enjoying the warmth if not strange sunshine we are experiencing before glooming skies inventory returns. They greet acquaintances and friends with a warm smile, other than less so. From where I stand, I can see the artery of power, the ties that bind those inventorial. I can't say half the words, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Here, wherever the convention or naturalization. However, there are also a few who are not here to further commence their corrupt place in high society. Oh my god, Ash, why are you here? Just as that young man with the undrilled hair, ignorant of the looks he received from the women and men alike.
Be careful with Shirley, alright?
Oh! Fuck, I forgot her name. What's her name again? Lucy? No. What's her name again? Rebecca. There we go. It's been a while when we last saw Rebecca. Or that rose-haired woman talking on her phone whilst he looks unsure why she is here exactly.
Yes, I'm at the party already, Mom. Yes, I'll say hi to her if I can.
I see Zachary, the photographic as well. He talks to a few of the other media crew with an air of familiarity.
I was just here a few days ago, yeah. And the inside is huge, but the staff are pretty helpful if you get lost.
And then they are people like Sheriff Inspector, people who I can never be too sure about. People who stand on the border between being suspicious and being trustworthy.
Thank you for the invite, Anna. Husband still missing, I see.
Yeah.
I should be saying the same of your darling Rochelle, Lee. The doctors again.
She told me she'll just be in the gardens. Bet she's lying and that she's somewhere around mingling, gossiping with the other ladies. It's no offense, but that seems to be all you ladies do at these parties.
And aren't you gossiping right now?
Yep.
Yes, well, what about Luke? Should we file a missing persons report now, or do you want to wait 24 hours?
He's around.
You know, I can tell if someone's bluffing.
I don't like his voice.
Don't tell me, let me guess. He's finally drunken himself to death and not wanting a scandal, you've hidden his body.
Yes.
I was wanting to give this housewarming gift to him personally, too. It's a plate that holds a wine glass so he can stop killing himself with liquid lunches. Looks like it's too late for that.
Nothing like that. Besides, this is a hardly polite conversation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, relax, I'm just trying to be cheeky to lighten
Cheeky.
the mood. It's not like I want Luke dead.
He's so British.
The man doesn't serve dodgy plonk like the others when I visit, and he pays his respects well enough. I could use a glass of wine or three, actually.
He's so British.
Rochelle's been in a horrid mood. Threw her stilettos at me the other day and almost took an eye out. Not sure if this is how it usually goes, but I blame the pregnancy.
I wouldn't know, would I?
Still no plans for a baby? Well, I guess that's for the best. If it's this bad now, I can't even imagine how bad it'll be when that little baby bump becomes huge.
Have I mentioned how I don't trust him? No matter how hard I try to do so. At least he brought a gift, I suppose.
Why don't you just go inside and have some wine, Lee?
Think I will, thanks.
Greetings, such as those carry on as guests continue to trickle in. Whenever we have a short conversation or merely shake hands and nods head, I make sure to attend and welcome each of them. As the first hour passed by, the rest of the strugglers are drawn to the ballroom. Any later comes will have to attend to the porter instead. I have other duties to attend to now. Hosting parties is always the same old song and dance, no matter how big or small it is. You make sure your guests are well fed, have good company, and have them generally enjoy themselves. So when my opening remarks are done, when the band has started to play, the guests have started eating. I find myself wandering around aimlessly, unless I am pulled aside. For a while, I stay with a small group and entertain them before excusing myself. And when they are not watching me, I end up watching them. And they don't listen, I do. A local banker is having trouble with his daughter. He wishes to marry her off, but see with nothing to do but to make music. One of our hotel manager worries about the stolen belongings of his patron of failing in sort of security, which should be brought up to a higher authority soon. Our mayor, well, his cat died. Then there's that rose-haired woman again. It is hard not to notice her with her distinct looks. She also lacks the glance of the other ladies have, though that does not make her any less beautiful. Her stance and the air she exudes instead are strong, and they make her stand out despite her casual attire. Many men have already given her their attention, though each invitation to dance has been turned down. I approach intrigued, though it is no great mystery what occurred to her own attention with the glance she keeps sending towards the boy with the undrawn hair. She remains unaware, though, even as I stand beside her, pretending that I am there for a drink.
You would catch his eye a lot better if you wore nicer clothes, don't you think?
didn't realize the housewarming was going to be this fancy. I would have gone with a nice dress if I knew.
Oh, you're fine, dearie. It's only really the parvenus, those who climb, that come to these parties all dolled up. Quite the black-haired beauty, isn't he?
The boy comes over, but I do nothing to speak any softer. He merely passed by, and it is wonder he doesn't hear what I say.
Who, Ash?
You know, you really shouldn't have turned down this offer. If I wasn't married, I'd happily go dancing with those young men. But you said a name. Ash. That's the exquisite lad you've been looking at all this time. I don't know him, and I'm the one hosting this party. That must mean you know each other. Is he your boyfriend then? Because that would explain those rejections.
Oh. In all my life, I have never seen a face grow red so fast. The shade of her hair did not help as well. This is the most pink I've seen on a person, really.
What? No, that's ridiculous. He isn't.
Such a
Oh, I
violent
spoke too
reaction.
soon. Oops.
A simple no would have sufficed. Many here would be happy to hear it.
And I haven't been looking at him.
That's right. You've been staring. Quite heatedly, in fact. Although I'm not sure if you look like you want to kiss him or kill him.
Both.
It's more the latter currently.
Just don't go murdering him on my property. I don't want to walk into a room and suddenly find a body there.
A waiver as I feel the burning of someone's stare. It is chilling, and though I am used to enduring the gaze of others, this one makes the hair of my neck stand up. Well, shit. It's a chilling. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is whispering. My attention is pulled from the girl to see a woman staring. Dark-haired and dirty. She looks like a beggar than a guest, and I have half the mind to call the security at her when her mouth breaks out into a grin. All I hear is her laughing, taunting. Her stare makes my blood run cold. She looks at me like I'm nothing but a pig to slaughter for her amusement. It makes my hand shake and I nearly drop my drink. Fuck. But then a blink, she's gone and the buzz of the party returns.
I'll keep that in mind, but are you all right?
She didn't see it.
Yes, sorry. I just thought I saw something strange. It must be the trick of the light. Anyway, on a right, as you must already know.
Rebecca Gales.
Gales.
The name is familiar, like a fond memory. I recall a kind lady, a private tutor who treated me like her own daughter when I was young. She even brings me food when there is no need to do so. Usually stovies, which I honestly haven't been too keen about, though I ate them nonetheless because he brought them for me.
Oh, the professor! And your little Becky!
My parents couldn't make it since they're in Scotland right now. And Mom says hi, by the way. But yeah, that's me. Little Becky. We met once before.
Gonna save.
Yes, oh, I remember you! You were the cutest little thing with glasses!
Aww.
And when we met, you were having boy troubles with this lad called something with an A.
Oh my god. Childhood crush.
What was it again? Aaron, Alan, Adele, Albert, Alexander, Andrew?
The more I list off names, the more red and the more quiet Becky gets. She starts to look a bit miserable as her body language shows discomfort and stiffness. Perhaps I have triggered a horrible childhood memory. Surely I haven't been mean when she visited with her mother. I don't quite remember all of it.
Ashton! Ash! That man is that boy! The same one. Oh, goodness me, after all these years! I can see why, though. He's quite dashing.
You don't really need to announce it to everyone within earshot, you know? Keep it down.
I'm so sorry, but it really is cute.
Aww. And a tad bit sad.
This is a nice party, Miss Wright.
Please, Anna's fine. We're friends of a sort, aren't we? We must be friends, seeing as I know about your little infatuation, Becky. Don't you worry, dearie. You'll have your happy ending yet.
I'm not too concerned about that, am I? That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh? And what makes you think that? Doesn't everybody want their happy ending?
I want a happy ending with this.
The idea of happy endings sounds like they're just for fairy tales. And they are, sorta. I don't think you can just sit around, trapped in some tower and hope for the best. If you love them, you have to fight for it, right? You're not just going to sit there and hope that everything will just fix itself on its own. Like everything, you have to work at it. But what do I know?
There's a glimpse of those he starts to relax around my presence. How long has it been since we met as children? Certainly a long time. She was tiny back then, if I recall correctly.
I'm sure the daughter of the two greatest professors I've ever known is smart enough to know what she's talking about. But have you told him how you feel? And it's been what? 20 years?
Oh my god, 20 years.
17, actually. But no, not yet. He can be a bit dense. I was hoping that maybe he'd notice on his own and...
Well, that won't do. What if you two become husband and wife? He's not to be dense when he's sworn himself to another person. Why, you might just as well consider leaving before the day's even begun.
If that happens, I'll have to give him a good ear bashing, won't I? Whoever anyone ends up with, it's not going to be a perfect relationship anyway.
Aw.
There's going to be things you'll love and things you'll hate about the other person. We're just humans. It's funny. Here I am, trying to give you advice when you did the very same thing back then. I remember you giving me a makeover when we were still kids. And you were the first I told anyone about my... crush.
I do remember now that she mentioned it. Did I give her that yellow summer dress or the pink blondes or petticoats? She must have kept some of what I said in mind. I feel tradition remembering all that years later, talking about boys and how they go crazy for pretty girls, as if some gospel every woman should adore here too. It was so easy to say such things then, with me not knowing any better. Though, looking at her now, she must have kept some of what I said in mind. Perhaps I did say something good at the time, although for her to take it to heart, all that didn't matter at the moment, as I mulled over and she just said in my head. What Becky told me is very different from what Marianne told me. There's no time to ponder over that, however, as a harsh distant upon the once living crowd. The music of string and the chatter slowed to grinding halt as the door from the floor opened. Okay, Lucas here. The last of the latecomers should have arrived moments ago, and anyone else this late was simply to be embarrassed to show their face. So this can only be one person, or rather one man. There's only one man who ultimously enough to arrive at his own party so late.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Enjoying the party?
Yep.
I hope I'm not too late in welcoming you all to the right mansion.
Unlike I who was raised in the spotlight and simply grew used to it present, he swore it out like every chance he could, even when there is no spotlight that's shown. And I'll never put it against him when he smiles like that. He did so quietly, brutally under the security when he channels his showmanship. You can tell by the way people's eyes light up as he speaks. How they listen, enraptured, even if he is a simple greeting. A little wave at his hand here, a little smile there, and a bit of swagger. I always tell him that if he is not to be a businessman, he'll do well as an entertainer. I love this side of him, especially when he looks at me and he beckons me over to his humble share his place. Not a single second is wasted as I excuse myself from Becky's side and I make my way to Luke's.
Welcome one and all to our humble abode. Tonight, if you have yet to find yourself in your roles, you are our ladies and lords of the court of your king and queen, if you would excuse my presumptuousness. So, enjoy the feast that has been laid out for your senses as we only allowed the best to be served. Enjoy the rest of your night, everyone.
applause, cheers, and even some hoots. Guests approach us left and right to shake Luke's hand and greet him personally, praises on their lips. It is because of that I do not see her. I do not see her until she is dangerously close with fury in her eyes and she's already splitting. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. Who? Johnson's restrained her, taking care of not to unsensually harm the pregnant woman. What? But that does not little to dent her rage, and the man has no choice but to let her go, least and her number one child is hurt. Although it might not be too late for that, as I see an empty glass of wine in her hand. Oh my god, a pregnant woman's drinking. How much has he embeddled in?
Are you feeling ill, Rochelle? Perhaps you need to sit down and...
No! Shut it, you munter! I ain't talking to you! I'm talking to this scumbag over here!
What did Luke do? What did Luke do?
You bloody bastard, standing there with your smarmy smile!
She interrupts me, jabbing her finger in my distraction before she rounds on Luke. Even as whispers and murmuring breaks out among the guests, all I can focus on is the heat of the moment. Obviously intoxicated, judging by the smell of alcohol on her breath. I'm not ticked off about this little display of her, at least not yet. But I am totally pissed by the fact that she's endangered her own baby by drinking. There is a considerable amount of restraint and glance that I must exercise while I wait for her trump to subside. I keep a patient, if tight, smile on my face. Luke's expression, on the other hand, is intractable.
Watch your tongue! You're on thin ice, Rochelle.
Oh god.
Where's your husband? Who even invited you?
I did.
And I told you with great emphasis not to. Now we have a drunk, hormonal, pregnant woman causing a stir.
Yeah, but she's like best friends with Hannah, and I thought she was best friends with Luke too.
What is even going on?
I am just about to ask that exact same thing.
I don't know. But Rochelle, do calm down before you hurt yourself. I can't understand a word you're saying.
Where is that husband of yours? Lee! Collect your wife right now!
Don't you fucking talk like I'm not here and you're not responsible, you ass! You told me that I should wait for you in the gardens!
Oh! Wait! Has he been cheating?
Excuse me. What is this nonsense you're going on about?
I think he's been cheating.
Crazy talk! That's all it is! Just completely and utterly mad! Has anyone seen the Chief Inspector?
I am pregnant with your little bastard. You promised me you'll take responsibility.
Oh my god. Oh, the bitch. That's why he didn't want to have kids, because he already has a fucking baby on the way.
God damn it, Luke. I finally got you to talk to me after months of silence, and you do this to me.
What? What?
What do you mean you're pregnant with? Luke, is this true?
Lies and slander, woman!
Oh my god, Luke, you bitch.
Security! Yo, Hans, take her out of here before she makes an even bigger fool of herself!
Oh my god, he cheated on me.
No, you do not do this to me. I was so ready to leave my stupid oaf of a husband. I told you to leave that damn wife of yours. Look at her. Does she look like she wants a baby?
Yeah, see, Hannah wants a
Does she
fucking
look
baby.
like she could take care of a baby?
Yes, he wants a baby for so long, but Luke's denying it. It is now that Johnson returned with security, among with a concerned-looking Officer Lee. They have surrounded her and moved to escort the hypocritical woman. Judging by his pale face, he has heard the whole thing, and I feel nothing but pity for the man.
I'm so sorry for her behaviour. She's been under a lot of stress. And the alcohol. Talking nonsense, that's all it is. You're not allowed to drink because of the baby, Shelley. What are you thinking?
Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
Is there really nothing here but a rambling of a drunk? Yes, that's right. There's no way that Rosemary says the truth when she Says it doesn't match up. I know, Luke. Oh no, is he gonna deny it? Can't we just confess it to him? Meeting are to be arranged, and he won't do such a exposed place, especially not near his precious flowers. And he definitely won't promise the responsibility of a child unless it can be helped. Besides, Luke will never go as far as to sleep with a woman, right? Oh my god. Okay, fine, who am I kidding? If I am to be completely honest with myself, he might cheat. With a bit of a temptation and a bit of alcohol, he just might. And doesn't that just make my blood boil? To even think of the slightest possibility of an influence? Leo isn't too far off when he told me how Luke still acted like some young hotshot bastard. Perhaps a break is needed. I need to work. A break is needed. Maybe Marianne had a point. I don't care, bitch. You cheated. If I am frustrated, if I am unhappy, maybe a break is needed. Some time apart might be just what the deco ordered. Time apart to clear our heads and to think for ourselves, or for myself to be exact. Because looking at this mess before me just makes me nothing but distress. I feel a bit nauseous, actually, now that I think about it. Luke's too busy making a scene to notice, and a concerned Becky pulls me to the side. She looks as disturbed as I am by the sudden turn of events. Probably not a big fan of drama. Definitely not used to it at any rate. Not surprising, as her parents were lovely yet simple people.
Hey, I figured you could use the save. You looked like you weren't doing too hot back there. Do we need to call a doctor or something?
Oh no, I'll just be needing some fresh air, that's all. Some help getting out of here would be much appreciated.
Sure, that won't be a problem. I wanted to get away from this drama too anyway. Just... Hey, Zachary! Hey, Zach!
At the mention of his name, I can't help but seek him out of the crowd if he makes his way over. They know each other?
Becca, this is a real oh, hey, Miss Wright.
If I am to assign to a random number to distract the odds of having two of my acquaintances know each other, I'll say the odds are 1 out of 1,000. And this is any other certification, I would have been suspicious. It isn't completely impossible to have two random strangers who I've met on spectral occasions to know each other in what will complete random happenstance. It's just that it's been faked before to try and dope me because of who I am and who I am married to. But right now, coincidence or not, I am just grateful for the help. As long as this doesn't turn out to be a kidnapping anyway.
Hello, Zachary. I told you to call me Hannah.
Yeah, you did. So this is what you called me for. We gonna get Hannah out of here?
I can see that they're friends. Not terrible close ones, but friends not nonetheless.
That'd be great.
They make a quick work of getting us through the crowd. The people part because Zachary board build, even if they want to approach me. If that isn't enough, Becky pointed glares keeps them at bay. We make it out of the ballroom without any untoward incidents. Although, judging by the commotion in the other room, the same cannot be said about the unexpected victim. I really do need the fresh air. I need to be away from the noisy pockers. I need to be away from Luke. This is a good start as any.
Hey, I gotta go back in there. Completely forgot my bag like an airhead, and I'll see if I can tag Ash on the way out. You'll be fine here, right, Hannah?
Not to worry, dearie. I'll just be right here.
Zach will be with you if you need anything.
No. Becky bolts into the idea of going back into the ballroom. Anyone who hasn't yet would have realized I am gone by now. And those busybodies will be gossiping about how I left the building with two unknowns, along with what I've transferred stories both integrated and made up with spread by the night end. It all matters very little in the grand scheme of things, of course. I won't even bother to try and squeal them by returning to the fray. That leaves me
Zachary?
Yeah, you need something?
I was only going to say how nice it is to see you again.
Oh, okay.
I can see the tension in the line of his shoulders. Odd how awkward he is when this isn't our first meeting. We had met on professional terms, certainly, but I like to think that I was friendly. Not thoughtless, I do not push the issue about the apparently discomfort when we were left alone. Not right away, at any rate. I know my curiosity will get the better of me soon. Before I can say anything, however, he speaks
You
up.
okay there, Hana? I mean, of course you're not okay after what happened in there. I mean, that was terrible. But you're not gonna just fall down and faint or anything, right?
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern.
A beat.
I should be asking you the same thing. I remember you being a lot more eloquent.
Oh, yeah. I'm just not too good with staying too long in a crowded room. Or handling intense drama, you know? Sorry about my clothes. Didn't think there'd be a dress code. Not that I have anything that nice to wear to a shindig like this. I dig nice, small, simple parties, so this is a real doozy for me.
And do you host your own nice, small, and simple parties often?
Only when there's occasion, birthdays, and
I keep
stuff.
fucking right-clicking by mistake.
Those are a lot more fun for me, and I can be a lot more selective about letting only the people I'm cool with attend, right? I get to pick the food, too.
Ooh.
Of course, I make most of them myself. There's usually a dozen people or less, and all we really do is just hang out. Maybe do some grilling, karaoke, dancing, you know, the usual.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. You sure you're alright? You aren't exactly being eloquent yourself, as you put it. You must have something you want to get off your chest.
I don't know, Zachary. What am I supposed to say?
You can scream merde if you want. I won't snitch.
Nah.
You want to know what I think? I think my friend may have slept with my husband. At least, I'm pretty sure she isn't pregnant with his baby, which isn't much now, is it? My husband is a selfish, pretentious, bloody sack of shite, and you know what? I don't give a flying fuck anymore! My God!
You screaming, woman. You screaming.
Well, that ain't good. Not giving a crap won't make the problem go away.
I'm going to ask him for a break, Zachary. I'm not going to pretend that there isn't a problem, but I just need to step back.
Fair enough. As long as you don't just up and disappear on him, I suppose.
Yes. Now can we please stop talking about him?
Damn.
Tell me more about your small, simple parties, karaoke and dancing. How does that even go together?
Simple, really. We hope Ash doesn't take the mic, put on a bit of fun music, and just dance. Not that I can. But there ain't nothing complex about it.
You can't be that bad.
I'm pretty good with the twist. Or that's what they tell me, at least. I think they're just being nice. I'm sure it just looks awkward.
Prove it. At least you can cook. Ooh. Prove it.
I've learned that men tend to exaggerate.
Oh, he
You
liked
can't
it.
honestly be that bad, can you?
He liked it.
What? Do you need a demonstration?
Yeah.
That would be preferable, yes.
Yes. Please dance.
It's not like there's music here, Hana. Come on.
Okay. I'll be right back. My mom is see, I just need to pick up a pen for her. So I'll be right back. You lost that. go, Mom. Nothing did. Okie dokie, I am back. Mother Dearest dropped a pen, but then the pen was back. She didn't drop it. She thought she dropped it. But I am back. Hello, pup. Okay, let's continue.
I can barely dance with music, and I don't want to be dancing alone. I'll just look silly.
Aww.
Imagine, mon ami. You are an artiste, are you not? With your photos and films and your guitar.
At the moment we have, okay, to sum up what has happened, okay. So the party has started. We were welcoming guests. Luke's not showing up. There's no sign of Luke. She met Rebecca. We found out Rebecca and Hannah were like childhood friends. Because Rebecca's mother was teaching Hannah, so they knew each other. But then an argument happened when Luke came. Luke came back to his party very late, as always. And while he was greeting people, Lee's wife, their best friend, I think, they came, and she was drunk. She's meant to be pregnant too. She's drunk, and she basically said Luke got her pregnant, and that they were going to, they were basically gonna like ditch Hannah and her husband and be together, but Luke did not show up. So she got drunk and went for them. So Hannah is going to take a break from Luke because Luke's an asshole, and we believe that he has been cheating because the way he's been disappearing. So Rebecca and Zach has took her out of the room to calm her down, and we're just talking to Zach, and we are about to dance, I think. But yes, a lot has happened, but it's going pretty good. The party is still happening, but we are getting to know Zach and Hannah. We're having some cute moments.
You must know notes to play an instrument. Find a melody and a beat.
Oh yeah, and the creepy lady, the ghost, creepy shit. She's been at the party too. Gave Hannah a scare.
Would it be such a stretch of the imagination?
So we did have a spooky moment, but not like a terrifying one.
And don't fret, I will gladly be your partner.
I can tell by his expression that he's flustered, embarrassed. But more protest escapes him, and he focuses with a slight tip of his head. No one's died yet? No. No one's died beside Rose. I don't think we can stop it, but at the moment, no one's died. We haven't seen Isabella, but the fact that we did get her killed, but then it made us redo it. I don't think she's dead, but she hasn't shown up yet. Then he starts to hum a little. I drag him into the gardens where we go through the motions, and he gains courage. And the further we are away from the other people. Oh my god, this is adorable. And we just dance. Though he stumbles at first, unsure and bashful.
Where did you even learn to dance, Zach?
Oh my god.
The 60s want their moves back, honestly.
College of two left feet, obviously. And I'll have you know the twist is still an awesome dance.
I kind of want them to be together, not gonna lie. We're happy and we're having fun. Even if Zachary fumbles with his steps and did the funniest, oddest movements that anyone can pass off by as dancing. There's no need to impress anyone, however, not even each other. And this is the most I've smiled and laughed in a long time. It is simple. Simple is nice. Aww. Okay, so this is... It's still the same day. Still the same day. It's the... Oh, or it might be the next... No, it's the same day still. So this is nighttime. I wish the same can be said about what I'm about to do. Oh, we're gonna break up. We're gonna break up with him. We're gonna break up with him. Oh, sorry. You're like, how are you? I'm like, we gotta break up with him. I'm doing pretty good. Simple as an objective I will use to describe the task in hand. I hope you are doing pretty well too. Because really, how does one tell their husband that they want a separation and say that no, this is not a divorce? Not yet, at least. The possibility is there. But still, how am I even to explain that to Luke without him throwing a fit? Cutting too deeply into my saucer, I open my mouth to excuse myself. That's it, until I spy Luke mashing and stirring his poached eggs with a fork like a tortured child. Ooh. He has been silent all the while, chin in hand and elbow resting on the table. I've been drawing for the Undertale universe. Ooh, exciting. I bet they are looking mighty fine. I worry that my absence after the scrub may have caused more harm than good.
Luke, I think we need a bit of a break.
Yes.
You know, some time apart.
At my words, he grows still and silent. I'm not quite sure whether I should be worried or not. I take it as my cue to keep talking.
It's not permanent or anything like that. Just for a while. In a few days, perhaps. I was thinking I can move back into our penthouse in the meantime, but I won't be moving out right away, so that I can help settle everything here. And I haven't even thought of packing yet. And I'll want to ask Johans to assign some of our staff.
Oh my god.
Unless you want the penthouse anyway. Then I'll stay here instead.
I think I'd rather you have the penthouse because I want this bitch to die. You've been saying shit, and I want him to fucking die. I want him dead.
No, you take the penthouse. It'll be easier for
Yes! Yes! We get the penthouse! We're not haunted! He's gonna die! He's gonna die! By the way, I am singing and dancing to this with my fingers waving in the sky. It isn't supposed to be this easy, is it? Can he really react so aloof to it?
Isn't this to your liking? I imagine that you'd like the space and independence.
Oh yeah, this is some toxic. This is why we're ending it. We're ending this relationship. After him finding out he might have fucked my best friend and got her pregnant. What on?
You'll have the bed and covers to yourself, and you can have whatever you want prepared for meals.
It goes to good, to bad, to keep going, to go bad.
You can even have all the wine you want, though I'd rather that you don't.
This isn't about that, Hana.
Oh my god.
Well, it's partly that, but...
Oh my god, he's like, yeah, go away so I can drink. The man stops playing with his food, choosing instead to push the plate aside.
What's wrong, Luke?
He slumps back to his chair and just stops short of putting his feet up on the table. I suspect he's wanting some wine, or absent by now. Any sort of alcohol is especially absent in his hand.
Aside from that disaster yesterday and you telling me you want a divorce, everything is peachy keen.
Okay, first of all, bitch! I want a divorce, but Hannah, my sweet, sweet Hannah, said a break. She doesn't want a divorce. So, bitch, control that attitude.
Well, you want me to start on the letters then? To start the divorce settlements and whatnot?
Straight away. You're trying to make me the bad guy. You prick.
Will you be seeking ways to throw me out onto the street without a penny to my name?
Bitch. She's giving you a penthouse or the mansion. Bitch.
No, Luke, this isn't a divorce. I just told you this is only temporary.
I hate him.
Are you really having a sulk because of what she said yesterday?
I am having a sulk because you believe her.
I mean, look at you.
You stormed out and now you're asking for us to split up?
Okay, first of all, first of all, bitch. I did not stormed out. I was taken. And yes, I do want to split up.
Soon enough, you'll want to throw me out like I'm a piece of trash.
I mean, I would be sad about saying that. God, how did they get together? Because his dad got sick, so he took over and they met.
Do you think I would be this calm if I believed her, Lucille Mitchell, right?
Yeah.
Because believe me, if I did, well, it wouldn't be pretty.
Ooh.
Besides, I know how you feel about children. It makes her whole statement laughable.
Sure, whatever you say.
His mouth draws into a thin line, and I can't bring myself to connect to his half-hearted reply. To me, the silence that followed feels oppressive. It only amplifies the wall that has been built up by the obsession of his hubris. I hate big words. I hate it. And it looms between us, keeping us apart.
When are you leaving? In a week?
Bitch! I want to leave right now, bitch.
It won't take that long to pack. After All Saints, perhaps? I'll go and inform the staff of this.
He only nods. And I'll be lying if I said that that didn't disappoint me. He didn't even fucking fight for me. The bitch like, yeah, you can leave. Oh, this is cute. Okay. Yep. Broken marriage. Expecting more resistance. The man could be stubborn as a mole if he wants to be. Perhaps I can leave now just to spite him. But that isn't like me. Even if it does end in a divorce, a thing we both surely wish to avoid, we can still leave on mutual terms. There's no point in making a mountain out of a molehill.
What are you still doing here?
Oh my god.
Just leave. You still have some packing to do, don't you?
Aye, you bitch.
Go ahead. I won't stop you.
I hate him. I want him dead. Go ahead. And do nothing. That isn't much to do. It seems wherever I step up to the plate and try to take responsibility for something, perhaps not because everything is already being handled by someone hired, especially for that job. Shite! Shite! And with Johnson's overseeing the staff and Luke handling everything else as a whole, that doesn't leave much for me. I can't even take the job of delegating because all it takes is a word to one of those Saline staff and everything will be taken care of for me. Moving in here a few days ago may have very been the chore that took the most effort from me. And that didn't take any real effort at all.
Yes, Hannah, go buy a mansion in the middle of nowhere. Good idea. Great plan.
And there's no dishes to set aside and busy myself with. Any mess left behind is now nearly non-existent. To sit on a counter while eating cake is supposed to be my next plan. Allah, there isn't even one to finish off, and I don't really know what brought me to the kitchen in the first place. It's not like I'm craving anything, or do I have an unfinished business left? Oh my god, get away from that. But there is a calling in this room. Get away from the fucking trapdoor, you bitch. Speaking of calling, why not do just that? Might as well, since I have nothing else to do. At least that would require some effort on my part. With how cut off from the rest of the looks front of the mansion is, and how long... Ooh. Might as well save. Long it was abandoned before we moved in, having a landline is out of the question. The sole location is supposed to be our mobiles, though it isn't much considering how spotty the signal is in the area. I'll take a bit of manchurivery to get even a slight bite as it is. It takes a bit, as I said it would. I have to park my rear on one of the cold drawers, and that suits me just fine. Another matter that needs my effort is what to call. See who must not be named is certainly off the list. That doesn't leave much in the category of close friends who attend to the party, along with the category of who else is awake at this early hour. But soon enough, I managed to call go through.
Hello, Rebecca Gales here.
Becky!
Who's this?
Good morning, Becky.
Hannah? Oh wait, how did you get my number?
Hello, champs.
You responded to your RSVP through the phone. I thought I'd like to say hi and make plans and get together sometime. Also, I'd love to hear news about your mother and father and about you, my dear. Oh, I hope I didn't wake you up.
Oh, you're good. It's sports day at school today, so I was just prepping for that.
I like that she followed her mother's footsteps because she was a teacher and now she's a teacher.
Figures that you'd be a teacher as well. I'm sure your students must absolutely adore you.
Hi, Jumps.
Don't know about that.
Mathematics?
History, actually. Anyway, it's real nice to know you've got my number. I was going to ask for yours because Mom wanted to keep in touch.
You could have asked, silly girl.
I'm
I would have gladly given it to you.
I'm suspecting something fucking scary to pop up because last time we were in here, the fucking trap door wanted us to come down.
Couldn't, though, because, well, the thing that happened. But really am sorry, though. I gotta run. School, schedule, stuff.
Okay, dokie. Have a good day. Thank you for popping in.
Are there anything else you want to say? Don't want to use the mobile while driving?
Oh, of course, of course. I shouldn't keep you. But I wanted to thank you for your company yesterday.
Not a problem.
I was hoping you could thank Zachary on my behalf as well. He was really kind and wonderful.
Well, you can tell him that yourself if you want. I can give you his number.
Yes, please.
Oh, no, I don't want to be a bother. Intruding on his privacy.
No, give me the phone number.
Pretty sure he'd be fine with it. If you two on a first-name basis and all. So, his number, right, it's...
Fucking knew it! I fucking knew it. The call starts to go static, much to my frustration. A strange clicking noise drawn out from most of her words, too. I can barely understand what she's saying. Oh my god. And the line completely dies. Again. Oh fuck. She's behind me, isn't she? I can feel a headache coming along. It's just building up, starting from a light throbbing on one side of my head. The static is gone and that helps a lot, but there is still that incessantly horrible clicking. Again and again and again. Which doesn't make sense. The mobile turned off, isn't it? And if it isn't coming from the phone, then what? Oh, it's fucking behind me. Nope, it's a trapdoor. Fucking leave. Fucking leave. Let Luke have the house, the mansion, and let him fucking deal with that. Looking about, I can't help but let my eyes be drawn to the hatch leading into the wine cellar once again. Nope! The bitch can cry. We leave. Luke can fuck the ghost. That's when the clicking stops and I can hear that crying, the familiar crying from before. Is that the... yeah. No! Wait, it's open! Oh my god, please don't open. Don't jump scare me, please. What happened the other day when I was told that nobody should have been down there? I tried to forget it because of how it unsettled me, so one can hardly do that when I'm looking at the very thing I'm trying to forget. Somebody is crying down there again. But if I leave it alone, it simply won't stop bothering me for the rest of the day. They might have forgotten to lock it with the party going on.
This again! If somebody is pulling my leg, I will not be happy!
I'm not looking happy. No! I got scared. I already threw my I threw my headphones. I thought it was gonna jump scare me straight away. I threw my headphones off my head. Oh, okay. It's definitely gonna pop out. True enough, all it takes is a bit of a pull to open the hatch. As I look down at the cellar, a sense of uneasiness washes over me. Oh, fuck. It isn't just a sudden onset of a vigor and nostrils, but also the darkness. It's suffocating. Please. And as I look down, it feels as if it's looking back at me. Oh, fuck. I worry that somebody will suddenly pull me into the deep. Oh my god, Hannah. Hannah. Back the fuck up. The cries no. Drowned underneath the street that starts echoing in my head, high and shrill like nails being dragged across the chalkboard. They're all screaming, shouting at me, and all I can do is feel her rage. Help me. Fuck. She wants she wants to drown me, drag me down, and crush me into the very depth of darkness and lay on nothing left. Fucking save! You weren't dying, bitch. We just got rid of the hole where you are keeping you. The deep abscess waits for me. No. For my death, no. They're all calling for it, please. No. This is a nightmare. Wait, did I kill her? Wait, how did I kill? There's a rope around my neck and I can feel the rest of me being torn apart. And they're still screaming. I'm screaming, although it's not my voice that escapes my lips. It claws through, climbing up and facing its way to my throat like, oh my god. I choked and gagged, yet I scream and shriek all the way to the same time. Oh my god, did we kill her? Oh my god. And I mean not me. What? Oh, C! S! O! P! Oh! Oh! I think I could have killed her. Oh my god, I thought she was dying. She was dying. Thank God. Oh my god. It pushes me down to my knees before I'm thrown and vulnerable on my stomach. It makes me tremble and I can just feel my whole body seizing on the floor. Everything and nothing hurts. It feels like I'm on the verge of death. Please don't die, you. And if I'm not dying, I nearly wish I actually am. No, you do not.
Hannah? Hannah, what is going on in there?
Oh my god, Luke cares about me.
Why are you?
Prince!
Prince? Seeing Luke, something snaps back and I am unable to take a gasp of air on my own, vulturing for the first time in what felt like centuries. I would have rejoiced and cried for his name if the pain still did not rack my body. Ah! Instead, all I can do is stare lifelessly as he comes to my side and lifts me up, cradling me in his arms. He tries to get me to my feet, perhaps to take me out of here. But all he is able to do is get me to sit, make sure I'm not trashing on the floor. I can still feel my muscles spasm, limbs jerking like a puppet on a string. Luke holds me tight and keeps me still so that I do not hurt myself anymore. Whatever it is that happened, it has my mind feeling fray and battered. If eventually the pain dies down into a dull ache and my own tongue stops feeling like cotton. It's the only now that I can feel the wetness on my cheeks, tears streaking down on my face. The coughing racks my body now that I don't feel like choking, and it just feels so horrible. But I don't care. I don't care.
Please!
What happened here? Who did this to you?
I don't know. I am so sorry.
Shh, it's all right. You're safe now, Hannah. You're safe now.
Hello? Zachary? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Okay, well, we didn't kill her. I was expecting a jump scare from the basement. I'm very glad there was not a jump scare, but my god. We are going to save. Oh my god. Okay. I'm glad that Luke... okay. Pause if you want to read this. But yes. Okay. I think I'm gonna end the stream here. And then next stream of the letter we can run through Zachary. But thank you for following and watching. Make sure to like this video if you are watching it on YouTube. I'm gonna have a little cry after this. because I thought that she was dead for a second. I thought I messed up somehow. I am so happy that she did not die. But yes, I shall be streaming tomorrow on Stardew, so keep an eye on that if you are looking forward to that. Until next time, goodbye.